This video does not aim to abolish nihilism, but to internalize it, accept it, and channel it in ways that do not make you miserable, but actually get you to enjoy life. All done through neutralizing yourself from many of the vague concepts which we've been led to believe throughout our own lives. This video is based off my own observations and philosophical points of view on life. I've struggled with nihilism for over 6 years, and I hope to provide advice regarding ideas that empowered and helped me. Happiness and meaning. One of the haunting questions to cross the mind of every philosopher who ever lived. How will I be happy? What is happiness, and what is the meaning of all of this? Human beings tend to view happiness as a point in time where you can reach a certain standard of living or a level of achievement that has a certain happily ever after effect to it. The whole concept of happiness isn't for us to achieve it, but for us to aim for it. We are consistently looking outwards ourselves to justify the lack of satisfaction in our lives. People are actively telling themselves they are lacking a certain thing in life in order for them to fool themselves into thinking that they are going to be happy and satisfied someday. There's nothing wrong with the lack of satisfaction that we have in life. In fact, it's necessary for the sake of constant improvement. Happiness is an established principle by which people look at their lives as to where they have to be, and consistently as they chase that carrot on the stick, it keeps getting further and further away. What if you try to be as detached as possible? To accept that we are all nothing, and just as meaningless as our existence can be, so is our misery. What if you could just derive pleasure from life? Pleasure through your senses, your body, food. What if you just accepted the whole happiness thing to be one big lie? When you feel down, you don't exactly look to be happy. You look to gain pleasure. It sounds more personal. It sounds like your own thing. Whatever it is that you do, that's what you want to be constantly aiming for. Healthy pleasure through the right food, physical activity, all according to what you prefer. Look at life as the opportunity to experience and harvest pleasure. Now that we established that happiness isn't really achievable, but a journey to a far-fetched destination, we can look away from trying to achieve the impossible. Happiness is too broad of a term. It's been distorted and fed to us by fairy tales and Disney movies. It's time to grow up. The meaning of life. What about the meaning of the meaning? What's the point of the meaning in the first place? We look for a meaning, a compelling vision to justify the burden of living, the suffering, the responsibilities, to trick our minds into thinking that it's fine, it's meaningful, it'll be fine once I get this and that. In reality, it's just a survival mechanism that keeps us alive and kicking. The meaning behind the meaning is constant improvement, evolution, solving problems, taking on life head on, conviction that we can move beyond this, that we can make things better. You don't need happiness to enjoy life. You don't need a meaning. You're going to experience pain for sure. Regardless, you can still actively choose to enjoy some parts of each day. Getting up to make that coffee which you like. Treating yourself to the meals you like. Having a blast reading that book. Watching shows that you enjoy. You only have today. And as cliche as it sounds, tomorrow is the today of another day. And if you're no good at dealing with today, you'll never be good at seizing tomorrow, the next week, or the next year, or maybe your whole entire life. The best way to go about all of this is for you to make peace with the observable truth across all cultures, stages of mankind. We live a bit. We exist by actively overcoming challenges and evolving as human beings, and then we perish.